Well, hello and welcome into our WBC Championship watch party. My name is Derek Montilla. You know who I am, the mayor. This is your dog, Damon Dog. We are pumped to be watching. I don't know if pumped's the right word. Nolan McLean on the mound. Nolan McLean on the mound here. The Team USA going up against.
Wish it was like Scooble.
It should be Scooble. Don't even get me started. Eduardo Rodriguez starting for Team Venezuela, the Arizona Diamondbacks home. I still think about when we were picking our brackets for this, and I felt like it was watching you have the realization that Venezuela had a sick lineup in real time.
Yeah, for
where
sure.
You started really looking at their starting lineup, and you're like, this.
I was like, oh, I thought that it was just like Acuna and like they had like
Rise, maybe
a good catcher. Yeah. It's like, no, they have a pretty solid lineup top to bottom. I mean, Abreu is like a really good player. He's like their sixth hitter.
You got the Contreras brothers.
Tovar's pretty good.
Yeah.
Despite that one opening series that he had, what was it, last year or 2 years ago, where everybody was like, oh, this guy's the worst shortstop ever. And then he's like a Gold Glove caliber shortstop, turns out.
Mark in the chat says Mike is a bit weird, Derek.
Mark, can you expound upon that? What are we hearing here? Is it too high, too low? Doesn't sound like it's out of his mic.
Appreciate you too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you to everybody who tuned in here.
Says it's muffled, a little underwater. Oh, there's two.
Wow.
Close for sure. Talking in the mic. Talk. And that's the first inning. Talking into the mic. Quick first inning there for Nolan McLean, even though he gives up that leadoff hit to Ronald Acuna Jr. Gonna have to bring his best stuff tonight. Yes, Damon was disgusted by the double play there and left. J. Army Strong says it sounds like it's a video stream from 2010. I don't still muffled. This room, man. Should we just grab a different mic, perhaps?
Yeah.
All right. Watch out for my beer. Knock my beer over. Fine. Okay. Why we never do anything in studio. Oh, so much. I'm gonna murder you. All right. It's out of the shot. Yeah. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. Talking into the mic. I'm in a new mic. Keep talking. I am talking. I'm hoping that I'm not muffled. Oh, because they didn't say you sounded muffled. I believe they said just I sounded muffled. It is what it is. Do I sound any better? You said still muffled. LOL. All right. Well, now I'm maybe screaming into the people's faces. And I sound robotic. This is great. This is great stuff. Muffled and robotic. J. Army Strong saw. He said that sounded clear. I don't know if you did something there. He just said it's the warbly audio you get on a low res video. It might be StreamYard, and it might not be anything we can do about it.
Do I sound all right still?
He's back. I don't know. We'll see. So that sounds better. So
Yeah.
hey, thanks, Mark. We appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be maybe a struggle in this studio.
I hate this studio. That's why we don't do the show now.
Disaster.
And this studio hates us, obviously.
Cardinals is going in our regular studio.
Yep.
Not to be this guy, but
no, you can be that guy.
Thought we were going to be getting the Watchalong set up, and that Suns was going to do their thing in here.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. There were 4 seats. They got their Suns stuff in here.
Guess not.
But no, we're relegated to this, and that's fine. This is comfortable for me.
This is where you want to be.
Whoa. We got
my Circle K milk chocolate almonds.
Oh yeah, those are going to be clutch for tonight.
K.
Oh, you said it's the mics. Sound canceling tech is on overdrive. Could it maybe be that the TV is maybe a little too loud? It's pretty loud. Might be canceling out the TV noise, so we're going to turn that down. Maybe that'll help as well. Oh, Erod strikes out Aaron Judge to end the inning. Let's go. Well, that was a pretty good.
That could be better.
That would maybe. Let's see.
I made a couple changes.
Did our best. Appreciate all of your.
We'll continue to fight, chat. That's the thing about a guy like me is that you may have lost the battle, but you'll never lose the war.
Right, and he's never going to give up. He's never just going to settle.
I say that in like 10 minutes, I'm going to be like,
yeah, this is all we can do.
Great stuff from Erod, though, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. What you love to see. Out of the gate. You know, he's not going to probably last too long. I just also know that they were discussing that the manager for Venezuela got called by 3 MLB teams to ask him not to use. Look at this. Look at how electric it's going to be to play World Baseball Classic and MLB the show. Oh my God. But apparently 3 of his pitchers that he used last night, 3 different clubs called and asked not to use those guys. It's kind of funny the way that this works. Like, even though it's an MLB sanctioned event, the teams really have no control over what a manager or an international club decides to do here, especially making it to the championship, right? Like, you have a championship to win. You have a thing to do here. However, you know, baseball is what baseball is, and you can't overuse guys early before they're stretched out. You can't put them at risk of getting injured. So,
and who pays the checks is that's the other part of the 100%. Yeah. Chad, any updates on the audio side of things? Let me know. You said Rosenthal was
Rosenthal's getting some flack today. He was getting some flack today.
Feed it to me.
But basically, I think it was Big Cat from Barstool basically just said that Rosenthal's kind of a jerk and he wants him out of the game.
Really?
And he thinks that overall, he really showed his true colors in that incident at again, that Brewers game where he knocked down the photographer and looked backwards at him and mean mugged him and everything that happened there. I don't know, man. Like, it's weird because again, in life sometimes it's hard for you to think, oh, look, what are you doing? Why are you doing this, book? Why are you doing this, book? You I don't I mean, I've met Ken Rosenthal several times, and he's been nothing but nice to me. So I don't really have. Yeah, I mean, on one hand, it's weird
He didn't
because
spit in your face.
no, he didn't knock me over and then grimace at me angrily, menacingly. But I will say that you and I were discussing it beforehand. The national guys, I mean, they're like oddly celebrities even amongst media, which is a weird thing.
Yeah.
To be like such a celebrity that you being there as a member of the media is like you're higher up on the food chain or whatever. But I mean, Pedro Gomez used to come to Diamondbacks games all the time. I used to sit next to Pedro Gomez, and that man was wonderful. Never had, and he was Pedro Gomez. He never had like a big ego about himself. And in fact, one of my favorite moments ever was when he tried to warn me not to get too close in the Dodgers clubhouse to celebrating winning the division. And I did anyway. And then I realized that day that getting sprayed with champagne in your eyes is arguably the worst thing that could ever happen to a human being. Because it's usually in a celebratory environment.
Worse than pepper spray.
Oh, God, it was so bad. Then I also had to drive home smelling like champagne, and that was going to be a very interesting conversation should a member of law enforcement come over. I don't know if they were going to buy that I was like, oh, I'm a member of the media, and I was in the Dodgers clubhouse while they were spraying champagne and beer over each other. He's like, I don't need you to step out of the car, son.
Strikeout backwards.
Pitchers are dealing so far.
Wow.
I found it amazing that, like, in this tournament, we had so much ridiculous offense. But then once you get down to these, like, quarterfinals and semifinals games, they're all really tight, really close games.
For sure.
Not super, not a lot of scoring.
Which is crazy because like a lot of these teams have good lineups. Like say like a Netherlands team, like they can put a couple of runs on the board, but they just have no pitching staff whatsoever. That seems to be like the difference between like the caliber of teams, right? Is like how good your pitching staff has performed. And the last few games, though, you're right. Like it's been a lot of sub 4 type of run games, which has been interesting.
Well, in Venezuela, their staff is deep, and they actually have better pitching than I gave them credit for.
Yeah, dude, they got a good team.
Yeah, they really do. Ezekiel Tovar. Good player. Jeremy Strong says I was a walking open container. I definitely was. I think he would have been like, yeah, I'm sorry, but the amount of alcohol that's soaked into your clothes and on your skin currently does require me to bring you into our custody. There's going to be some champagne and beer poured tonight, buddy. Let me tell you. They're going to go wild in that clubhouse no matter which side it is. But Team USA will do it the right way. No, they won't. No, they won't.
Yeah, I mean, like the bat flip conversation type of vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally I like watching the other like more hype style a lot more.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I know that's a hot take.
I like watching the guys have fun. that's the one I like.
Hot take alert, everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at this guy over there, another Diamondback on Team Venezuela, Gerardo Parra.
I know, dude. That's part of the like when I was naming the coaching staff to you the other day, I was like, I think this might be team number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lie though. Ever since Clayton Kershaw got kicked off of Team USA, I've been a little bit back.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm not saying like there is like a whole like kind of like unlikability factor going on right now, which makes this team a little bit more difficult to root for. As Derek cracks a cold one in front of me, but
it's a Guinness, by the way. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all.
Ernesto, it's funny that you say the original Jerry P because Parra was literally my favorite Diamondback ever before Perdomo.
That's such a big thing.
Yeah, those are literally my two favorite players that have ever played for this franchise. Yeah.
Damon's never had a Guinness, by the way. So instead of having one tonight with me on this St. Patrick's Day, he's going to wait until he goes to Ireland for the first time to drink one, which is crazy. I'm spilling all over the
man,
all over my white shorts.
No.
Nothing I can do about it now. No. There's nothing I can do about it, David.
Maybe the no Guinness was a great idea. Not the white pants.
I mean,
they won't see.
It won't be the first time.
Stains come out easy.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy Strong says, "I want more of that."
100%.
All right, I'm gonna go clean myself up.
Okay.
Entertain the people for
all right, Chad. It's just me, you, and no Derek. Now we can say the things about him that we can't say when he's here in the stream. A little funny story I've been telling everybody today. This green hat, the Australia WBC hat that I wore for the crowd, the half dozen Australian fans that watch PHNX Dbacks, of which there are, and they love their snakes. And so I'm obviously honorary Team Australia fan. And I grabbed this hat this morning to take to the New at Chase event, and I didn't even realize that it was St. Patrick's Day. Just grabbed the green hat for no reason, and not wearing green anywhere else, so it saved me a lot of pinches. People would have come after your boy at the office. That's a fact. I feel like Derek's a big spill on yourself guy. I feel like
how dare you?
What?
How dare you?
That's just
I'm a big spill on myself guy.
Yeah, it was just something that I thought of in my head, and you told me to entertain the chat, and I told you we were going to talk crap about you. 2BMC, little Australian flag in the chat.
Got Damon for getting pinched today.
100%. That's what I was just telling him. That was my story. I told him. I said I've been telling everybody. So now you guys all get to know.
Did you tell that one to Derek Hall when he complimented your hat? Derek Hall was like, "This guy knows ball."
I think I literally was just like, I think I just said yeah, I was hoping people would think it was a ball knower hat, and he was like, "Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool." But Derek Hall did specifically point it out. I like Derek Hall, man.
He's a great guy.
He does seem pretty cool.
I mean, I still remember when Uncle Ken told me he wanted to come have an adult beverage with me. I was like, I've never liked anybody more than I like this guy right now in this moment.
I'll tell you what, shout out Ken Kendrick, man. Sold 10% to Mr. Walton, and now we can sign good players.
Our new rich business daddy.
I love it.
Oh, I love our new rich business daddy. Never loved Walmart more. Shop there all the time now.
Ever since that happened, Derek, we've signed players. We just didn't know it was happening.
We didn't know it was happening.
Literally.
It happened quietly 2 years ago.
2023, and ever since then, we've signed players for a decent amount of money.
Pretty interesting.
Coincidence?
Mm-hmm. Nothing in life is a coincidence. It's all fate. Now, 2023, we also had a starting pitcher on the mound in the final, right? Let's go, Erod. Say what you will, but this is a pretty stacked lineup, that Erod, right? This reminds me of that five game stretch I won't shut up about last year from Erod, right?
Chat, am I watching this correctly? Is this happening right now?
It doesn't feel like it's real. It also feels like if he falls apart, it'll completely fall apart.
See, now I'm I don't want to be this guy, but you're gonna tell me I'm supposed to root against Erod right now?
Yeah, no, I can't.
I want this guy to be good all season.
Yeah.
Oh, he painted the corner right there. we got to give superstar Erod that call.
But again, the Erod thing, right? The 5-game stretch. I think the thing that was impressive about it was the teams it was against.
Yeah,
filthy.
All 3 of these pitches that he's thrown have been disgusting. He made him check swing, got him, painted the corner, didn't get the strike, and then that right there. That changeup.
Is he going to cover? Ooh, nice. Honestly, like the one thing I couldn't stop thinking about is Luis Arraez and what he signed for, and how he's just terrible. He's supposed to be terrible as a first baseman, but I've been watching him in this tournament, and I mean he's played first base for Venezuela this whole tournament. He has not looked terrible. But it's hard because it's very limited, sample size.
We could have used him as a DH. I'll tell you that much.
I hate
to play first base, but he could have DH for this team, and it would have been a huge upgrade on what they currently have.
And I hate the idea that your DH seems to be a power guy. Like, I get that you want that, but I mean, I will also take a guy that hits 300.
Yeah, I'll take a guy who gets on base like that, yeah. Like, his floor is at least high. You know that. You know he's
100%.
You know he's going to poke singles.
Well, and I would rather the Diamondbacks was one of those teams that just manufactured runs and got hits and kept runners on base, because I have heard in the ridiculous amount of time I've been doing this so many times, I've heard a pitcher say that he'd rather just give up a home run and let those base runners all get off and have a clean slate, rather than when they do that thing to you, when they start the conga line going and they're just getting little singles and, runners are advancing from first to third, first to third, first to third, and first to third, that kind of stuff. And yeah, like that's the kind of team this could be. Not to say that they don't have plenty of power in their lineup with Perdomo, Marte, and Carroll, but
they're an interesting team where like their power comes from almost like their guys, their hitters being so good that they're going to put the ball over the fence.
Yeah, for sure. Some great pitches, some great defense. Let's go, Erod.
Dude, he looks
Let's
nasty.
go. He does. 0 hits allowed, 2 innings of work. I wonder how long they'll leave him in there, boy. Obviously, the pitch restrictions are lifted pretty much. I think in the finals they're limited to like 95 pitches, so he could go a full. I don't even think they'll let him go to as many as he could go per the rules, but I don't know if he shoves. Why would you take him out?
Yeah, I mean,
this is those commercials are the biggest collection of AI slop I've ever seen in my life.
So bad,
and it's insane to me to think that a lawyer or an attorney who wants you to trust them, right, to hire them, thinks that it's okay to do AI slop in their commercial. I hope they see this and understand what I'm saying, because what a crappy advertising thing you got going on there. Not to criticize another commercial, but when I think of fitness, the first person I think of is Nikki D. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's 100%. Electric, baby. And then, of course, you have Gila River Resorts and Casinos.
Their commercials are amazing.
The greatest company that graces this
green earth. Supposed to not want to go stay there after watching that. Get out of here.
I was looking at their concerts today because I was like, I'm pretty sure we still have the deal with them, don't we? Where we can like, maybe potentially hit up our people and talk to their people and see if we can get some tickets. They got like a Walk a Flock of Flame 2 Chainz deal going on.
That sounds amazing.
Right? They also have Snoop Dogg.
Oh, well, I need to go see Snoop Dogg.
I figured you'd be in on that.
I met Snoop Dogg one time in my life. I introduced myself by my full name, full government name, first and last. Because I was a nervous little scared boy.
Mm-hmm.
He responded by calling me Montizzle Dizzle. It was the coolest moment of my entire life.
Sure.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
Salvi.
Salvi.
I met
Salvador
Salvi one
Perez.
time. He was nice. Played like a fall league tournament at Papago,
Mhm.
and for some reason the Royals were hitting out there.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, spring training time, but it was so I guess it was maybe like more of a winter spring league thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was, or maybe it was in the fall and the Royals were just out of it. Maybe, yeah, and he just was going back to the facility, and then for some reason they just went and hit out there. But I got a picture with him.
It's incredible the amount of players that live here and make their home here, regardless of the fact that they never played for the Diamondbacks, never will play for the Diamondbacks. Like, people love living here. Very convenient. At the very least, you're going to be here, during this time of the year. And obviously, during the winter months, it makes it really nice to have your off season. Be somewhere with the best weather in the country. We got Ernesto in the chat saying Erod's so far sitting at 92, 93 miles an hour with his four seam. Mark says his cutter seems to be around 90, seems to be around 92, four seam 93, 94. Last year, Erod didn't throw his cutter hardly at all against lefties. He's thrown it in this tournament. And I'll tell you, it feels like one of the things we've heard is the change in pitching analytics and philosophy for the Diamondbacks. That was a bad pitch. So it'll be interesting to see if pitchers for the Dbacks attack hitters differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've heard this thing about trying to worry less about the weaknesses of the pitcher or the hitters, which is something that they were focusing entirely too much on in the past when Dan Herron was here. And Dan Herron, the team has moved on from Dan Herron, so now apparently we're going to see that change. We also have Jeremy Bleich, who obviously he's going to bring his own philosophy for the pitching staff as well. But I just find that part fascinating to think that, like, with the way that the Diamondbacks were struggling both with starting pitching and relief pitching, how and how consistently off they were across the board, why you wouldn't be looking into some of those things that you're doing sooner rather than almost now using Dan Herron as a scapegoat a little bit and saying, like, oh well, we moved on from him and now we're going to do things differently because it was all his fault. You know what I mean?
I think that's people were upset that they felt like that was kind of how Brent Strom was treated in a way as well. Of like, oh, now things are different. Which seems like a mistake in hindsight.
I thought it was cool that Brent Strom had like
With Tony Ferris-Chica.
Yeah, Tony Ferris-Chica, we didn't even know how good we had it until he was gone. But I feel like Brent Strom,
Almost my king.
like, I don't know. I always thought it was endearing to me to hear that he had like a file folder on each pitcher that he put together stuff. But I could also understand that with today's pitchers being much younger than me, that you rolled your eyes the minute that Brent Strom pulled out a 3-ring binder this big with like images of you and stuff like that.
I'm just saying. Win?
Well, no, I'm just saying in this day and age of technology and such, I'm sure they're used to like being handed an iPad with like a nicely
Get
done,
over it. He's
chart.
A baseball guy.
Yeah.
He's a baseball guy. Get over it.
The pictures are going to be crumpled sometimes. He's going to cut things out of a magazine, but at the end of the day, he's going to get the point across.
All right.
Nolan McLean.
Some action.
All right. Let's see.
I don't know much about Michael Garcia. Pretty good.
He's been good in this tournament for sure.
He's got an All-Star and a Gold Glove last year.
Royals, right?
Yep. 5.8 WAR last year, Derek. OPS plus of 123. Asked him. Wow.
They're going to get on the board first.
I mean, it's a home game for Venezuela. Insane. How sick are these Japanese companies that cakewalk for Japan and end in a final appearance?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh, he got that.
Yeah.
Scores a run, though.
Yeah, that's going to bring in Salvi. Get in there.
You slid past.
Right? They said middle of third. They don't understand that was only, right? They just took the score bug off and said it was the end of the inning. Pay attention to the game, y'all. We'll put it back up there. 1-0. You may not like it, but you will accept it. Oh, yeah.
My tweet that just says delete. This is gonna end up doing pretty well. Wait until the BYU fans see it. They're not gonna be happy. They're not gonna be happy. The guy who asked me the other day, had a BYU fan be like, "Why do you guys hate us? Or why do you hate us so much, Damon?" And I was like, "Damn, I really don't hate you guys like that. I just hate you in like a sports banter fun way.
Yeah.
It's not like the Dodgers for me. We're like the Dodgers are like everything I stand against in life. Like I hate the Dodgers so much because I wake up in the morning and I'm like, God, I hate the Dodgers. BYU is more like, how can I like rib BYU fans on Twitter and rile them up a little bit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're good people.
Noah's being a creep at the door.
Of course he is.
Yeah, you're not paying attention to him.
No, I saw.
No, but yeah,
Rise hits the ball hard.
You can't pay attention to him because then
USA out of it though. No, I know you can't. You have to ignore him, or else you'll just continually like take it up a notch. Yeah, guys, we like I forgot who it was. Someone said the other day like we got to have like
Noah on the Watchalong.
Yeah, and I was like,
no.
The last thing we need is to have recording devices taking account of what Noah will at any given time. Katie, I got to be honest, I'm a little bit conflicted. I've been rooting against Team USA because of general unlikability. Bryce Harper talking about the Olympics was annoying as hell. And then, of course, the Clayton Kershaw factor wasn't in for the charity case that was Clayton Kershaw on Team USA. But since his dismissal, and I want to take it up a notch every time.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, I want to be like, since his arrest.
Yeah.
Since he was arrested by federal authorities.
Since he was banned from participating in baseball any further.
Yes. Because on the account of being so bad that we can't play him on this team anymore, I've warmed up to Team USA. I found myself rooting for them, not against the Dominican, but in the other games I have been rooting for them. So I wanted them to make it through to this round and whatnot. But can I also just say that Team Venezuela plays ball the way I love ball to be played?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I watch Team Venezuela and I'm not rooting against them. That's for sure.
You won't say it. I will. Team USA is the enemy. In fact, I'll take it a step further. Team USA is the villain in this year's World Baseball Classic.
Wow.
Team USA. Let's see. Let's start off with we play the game right kind of attitude, right? There's that, right? You also have the fact that Team USA has Cal Rowley, who refused to shake his teammates' hands, whether it was Josh Naylor, whether it was Randy Rosarina, it doesn't matter. And then you also have
did Josh Naylor try it as well?
Yeah, Josh Naylor did it as he texted him and told him he was going to do it, and Cal Raleigh said, please don't do that.
That's so
and
funny.
Then he came out and still did it.
Yeah, Ernesto, I said the same thing at the office today. He says Corbin would have made Team USA way more fun.
100%.
I told Derek, I looked Derek in the eyes earlier and I said, Derek, you are missing a sweet baby boy named Corbin Carroll 100%. On this team. Or else they would be a lot more likable if they did.
And that's the problem. Now, I like plenty of guys on this team. I really do. But
I don't like Bryce Harper.
There's got to be a bad guy.
Remember when Bryce Harper was throwing elbows at our sweet baby Gabby Moreno in his rookie season in the World or in the NLCS? And he did it twice, guys. I don't think that was.
He doesn't want the World Baseball Classic. He wants to.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. The first elbow, I was like, you know what? Maybe it was an accident. Second elbow, me and Patrick Lyons decided, no, that was purposeful.
Yeah, move on.
What's up, Noah?
Who is this Eduardo Rodriguez?
Yeah, that's what the chat was saying. I was trying to mess with that. I was told it was a little bit better, but what do you think's going on?
They said that it sounded like the noise canceling is maybe something weird.
I did the reduce mic background on. That's on now.
I agree with Ernesto. That all I see on Team USA are Yankees, Phillies, Dodgers, etc., and I don't like those players. Terang. It's wild, but it feels like it's going to be the Gunnar Hendersons, the PCA Terangs that lead this team.
Can I talk about something that maybe is a little bit of an uncomfortable topic, but it's crazy nonetheless? No, it's not.
Let's wait until you leave.
Gunnar Henderson played at the last segregated high school, desegregated high school in the entire country.
It was still segregated when he went to it?
I think it was like 9 years before he went to it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like the craziest thing of like all time. That it was like a big thing on Twitter. That's how I remember it from. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That was Erod's first hit allowed, by the way.
And no hitter's dead.
No hitter's dead. I think I'm more impressed by the fact that his pitch count's just at 30 here, midway through the third.
Ellen Dew says he doesn't care about the players. He's rooting for his country. Go USA. I think it's fair as well.
Absolutely.
I don't have any quarrels with that, and I think most of the time that's always how I am. I don't know what it is about this team though. It's just not doing it for me.
I think
better.
Thank you, Noah. I think it's also
and then he does things like that. He's a total freak.
Oh, he's the sweetest boy in the
world.
And
then he just goes and then he just fixes your audio for you.
And you just love him all over again. You forgive him for all the weird little stuff he did, including what he was doing with his finger at the door in the glass earlier. I'm gonna make these fine people know what he did. I will say that like the World Baseball Classic to me is kind of more about the players and the collection of players. I completely understand rooting for your country. Like I rooted for Puerto Rico, even though I felt like they didn't have a chance, and I felt rewarded with the way they played and how exciting it was to root for them, right? But at the same time, I was rooting for the Dominican Republic, which I'm not a resident of. I was not born on that island, and I don't have any interest besides the fact that there were Dbacks players on that team. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, it was a fun collection of some of the best players in baseball, most exciting players in baseball. So that made it a fun watch. The minute we started seeing that roster come out, we knew that was going to be an incredible team to watch.
Wow, what a strikeout.
Who is this Erod?
And he just looks like him, too. Yeah. He's just aura maxing on the mound, too. He's just he's looking straight at the camera, Derek, like he doesn't know where the camera is. He knows exactly where that camera is.
Well, so his wife once told him that when he's pitching at his best, he pitches like a ballerina. We talked about that on this show a lot. And actually, when I was watching him do bullpens at camp, I saw what she was talking about. Like it was like the way that he would kind of like on his plant foot kind of spin on his toe a little bit, like a ballerina would do, like a little twist, and he looked very light and fluid out there, right? But tonight he's just looked solid. He's just looked. He doesn't have the little floating to him. He just looks like he's out there trying to shove. And man, he's been effective. Through 3 innings, 1 hit allowed, no runs. Venezuela still leads 1-3.
1-0.
Did I say 1-3? I say a lot of stupid things. The yesterday's show, I said that it is every day is Earth Day. Me and Shane retired. What I said, I think I'm just ready. I'm just ready to hang it up. I'm so done with this job, Damon. I'm just ready to call it a day.
I mean, Schulte hung it up recently, so it's like some of the greats are giving it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might be your time.
First the governor, now a mayor.
Yeah, the governor and chat. We're about to lose the governor and the mayor in the span of 3 seasons.
No leadership.
Oh my god!
This oh my god!
Michael, you're so right. They had to actually called me right after the strikeout, and he said, "Damon, why don't you go ahead and take tomorrow off?"
Damon was like, I feel like I need to take the week off.
And I was like, I'll do it on one condition. You let me call in for 8 minutes on PHNX Dbacks. And he said, sure.
You did.
Yep.
We appreciate you for
it. What a joke. Nothing worse than, I mean, people on Twitter will argue about anything. Derek, anything.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like people are like sending me screenshots being like, it wasn't that bad of a call. And I'm like, really? Here's this 3D rendition that has every single part of the baseball being tracked from where it comes out of the hand to where it crosses the plate, where it gets caught in the mitt. And you can see it's never, ever a strike. Ever. It's proven.
See, my problem with it is this is why I hate umpires. And this is why you're just further proving my point that we need to get rid of the human umpire behind the plate calling balls and strikes. It's because I had people tell me, two different people tell me that he was calling that ball a strike all night long. Okay, so he was wrong all night long. I don't give a damn that he was calling it like that egregiously low was ridiculous. And if you are calling a strike zone that low, 4 to 5 inches below the actual strike zone, then I would argue you don't know what the hell you were doing out there. You shouldn't be an umpire, and I think you should be fired. So you're just furthering my case as to why this is stupid and why we should just give these umpires the technology of the ABS challenge system to use for at bat and not make it a Mario Party style menu.
Yeah, I mean, Mark DeRosa was like, I expect the ABS to be in the next WBC, and he said on SportsCenter, like, I'm happy that it wasn't in this one.
Yeah,
he literally said that.
Well, he should.
It's a good call. It's a good no call by the umpire. I mean, that's a tough pitch to take right there. I don't know if Gino earns that take because that's that's really close to take there, but if you're Gino, I mean, you're just swinging for the fences, right?
Yeah.
No one on base.
Yeah.
You don't want to run the bases.
I wanted
Gino as the DH. Remember when I floated that when he was like not signing anywhere and it didn't sound like he was like any close to signing anywhere? And I was like, you know, it'd be sick. Gino as your DH. And then the Reds were like,
that's a great idea.
Terry Francona was listening to the podcast.
As he does.
And he was like, very interesting idea that I will take and run with.
Hey, that idea of yours, it's mine now. It's my idea.
I really feel like that was the answer to the DH problem is I know it feels like more running it back, but I feel like you could have got him on like what the Reds did, like a year, 10 million. That's not ending this breaking the bank.
What I foresee with the Diamondbacks is that they're not going to have one DH.
But I hate that.
I know you do.
Wouldn't you rather have a dude who could potentially have, if he has a good season, put up like 35 home runs?
Yeah.
He had 50 last year. I think Gino consistently can get 30. That's what I want out of my DH, a guy who's just going to put the ball over the fence, or at least like a Rise who I know is going to get on base at like a 340 clip or whatever. I don't know. Right now we're just like, well, Pavin Smith and Adrian Del Castillo will figure it out. And you're like, okay, sounds good. I think that's the weakest position on the roster when you look at it on paper.
I'm just watching Paul Skeens absorb every piece of information that he's getting right now. Like, do you see him? What an actual, like,
he's becoming a superhero.
Student of the game there. he is so intently listening right now. It's incredible.
Jeremy, enlighten me as to what Jack's arguments against it were. I'm curious. I respect Jack's opinion. So
basically, Gino is either a bomb or an out. I think that's what he was kind of alluding to. But
is that not better than what you got?
Well, I don't know. I just think it's once again the versatility where the Diamondbacks don't have the money to have a particular DH as just that, even if it's not very much that you spent on it, right? That's why Luis Rise and Gino don't make sense. But I would argue that Luis Rise has far more in him defensively.
I would argue that DH is more important than we're giving it credit for.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I think the Diamondbacks are a team that has kind of not had like the craziest of DHs, and so I don't.
Wow,
that's off the zone.
That's a bad.
I feel like personally, like in the last few years, you struck gold with Jock Peterson with the season that he had in 24, but you didn't expect him to be that good. You know what I mean?
Is Will Smith the best framer in the world? What the hell did the umpires see there? That
Will Smith has naked photos of all of these umpires, and so they just call whatever he wants.
I'll pull up the game day. I'm gonna send it back down after we're out.
I mean, I agree, Jeremy. He is either, as Derek said, a bomb or an out guy. I just think that that's a lot better than what we currently have on the roster.
All right, well,
give me 90 RBI and 30 home runs and 200 strikeouts. Will Smith is second percentile framer last year in Major League Baseball, according to Baseball Savant. Fifth the year before in 2024. In 2023, they have him at 67th.
Oh man, just curious because that was something.
Yeah, the most interesting man in the world. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if there was anyone for it, it might be you. Noah says maybe put the mic a little bit closer to you.
Oh God, I hate Noah. Tell him that Derek said he hates him. I'm sure he's watching, so he probably heard me say that. But I really want him to not miss out on that. Said I have a theory on Gino. The lights are literally too bright in Seattle. He can't see the baseball.
He was awesome in Arizona.
Alex says USA not beating the biased ump allegations tonight. No, definitely not doing that.
Here's this guy.
home plate umpire Dan Bellino. Where is Madison Bumgarner when we need him? Oh my God. We must defeat Dan Bellino. The fix is in. I'm going to give Zero a little hand massage and stare him right in the eyes. By the way, if you're here, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. And also make sure to join us for our post-game show. We're going to be talking about this game. We're talking about spring training results. We're going to talk about all of the food items that we've tried today out at Chase Field. And more importantly, we're going to talk about a new scoreboard. Hot, big, beautiful.
It did look nice, actually. I was pretty impressed.
I remember one of the first games in the first season that they had the new scoreboard. Someone hit like a ball off of it. I like remember visually seeing that it like broke something. It's gonna be interesting to see how this new one stands up. I mean, you got goddamn basketball court. That's a video screen now, right? Or had before it almost killed a bunch of college kids, and then they decided to get rid of it.
AC not fixed. We learned today.
Oh, it's an annual project. It's going to take multiple generations to fix it.
Our kids.
Yeah, our kids' children will finally.
They'll be able to enjoy it.
The problem is, by then the average temperature on planet Earth will be like 142 degrees, so it probably won't be able to keep up. I still need to know why every team in the World Baseball Classic needed to have a blue jersey. Like, what the hell, Italy? There's not even blue in their flag. It's the same color as the Mexican flag. Like, why did they have blue jerseys?
Well, that's what they do in soccer as well. Is they're known as I think they're a Azzurri, right? Which is like that means blue.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so like I like that. I like when Venezuela went with the maroon color as their jersey option. Like, they need more variety.
Yeah. Azzurri, the Blues, Italian national sports teams.
The Blues, okay.
It's like they do it for everything. So
that makes sense.
They do it for the Olympics too.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like Australia with the green and the yellow. They could do blue and red because that's their flag, but
that's true.
They choose their national flower color, which is green and yellow, because it's their own personal thing.
It's because of their national flower color?
Yeah.
You just earned that hat.
No, I mean I'm an honorary Australian. We've been over this. Me and the crew.
Yeah, like Mexico's jersey stands out by far as the best, and a big part of it is because of it being green.
Mexico's jersey is so sick.
They also have the Diamondbacks mashup with that. That's going to be a free giveaway item. That's going to be electric this season. I mean, he struck out Aaron Judge twice now tonight.
Electric. Should he be starting on opening day? People are talking about E-Rod.
Mark says, big games, Aaron Judge isn't showing up.
Like, Derek, you say that like DH is, like they want someone that can play the field if they're going to pay them money.
No, here's what I think. Just overall, I think their theory is with the talent that they have, that they're always going to have enough depth that one of those guys that is sitting and not playing in the field can be their DH. And I mean, you and I have looked at the roster, and depending on what they end up doing with like Jordan Lawler and such, they're not wrong. Like, you talked about Lourdes Gurriel being their DH, and you talked, especially to get the season started so that it could stay off his knee a little bit. and just get out there. But I honestly think that is kind of part of their plan, is to just kind of utilize Haven Smith or
I think
Santana.
I think the plan is that Santana is going to play more than we think and play the field, and then Smith is going to be the DH a lot. I think that's what the plan is.
Yeah.
But my point I was going to say is, how fucking sick would it be to have Kyle Schwarber on the team?
Oh yeah, no,
that would change the season for the Diamondbacks. Having a power hitter like that, a guy who can hit lefties and righties, a guy who he never plays the field, he never touches the field. Yeah. In fact, you hate the fact that he's even on base, truly. But that being said, he's going to be a game-changing type of bat in your lineup, and I just feel like we don't value that position enough as a franchise. They're like, Evan Longoria could be DH. I mean, he could maybe do a job if the right time comes, but
don't you agree though that also you could say that about the way that they don't really value the closer position as well?
Yeah, and I think that's wrong too.
And it's the same kind of thing. Where it's like they feel like they don't want to pay one specific guy to be that. They don't want to be limited to just that one guy being that option.
I do think it has something to do with being pigeonholed a little bit, yeah, but I think it's ridiculous. I think it's killed them. You've had your OPS out of the DH spot has gotten you bottom 5 in baseball for 3 years running at minimum, at least since I've been covering this franchise. And your closer position has been a disaster for the entirety of the franchise, essentially, minus 5 years here and there. Maybe we should care about it. Who knows?
Can you do me a favor and just acknowledge once again what Eduardo Rodriguez is doing here?
I got to ask again, chat, is this real? Talk to me. Someone mentions...
Are you guys actually seeing this too?
There's a reason DHs don't win MVP unless they're show gambler. Show gambler should drop starting pitching and become a full-time closer. Can you imagine how tough that would be? All he's got to throw is an inning like he did in the WBC. He can go out there and just throw gas for an inning. And he could be a 40 save season. First time ever. That would be what he should do. But
I like the idea of him being put in jail.
I'd prefer. Well, first off, we need to put him in prison. But second off, I would say that if they want to keep starting him and getting him injured over and over and over again, that's perfect. That's perfectly okay as well. So, you just need him not in the line.
Kellen says, despite all the big names, USA is kind of stuck offensively. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's Gunnar Henderson, it's other guys doing it. Roman Anthony
had that big game. Yeah. All the young guys have all had their moment. I feel like almost. Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not like they beat the brakes off of the Dominican Republic. They beat them they had one more dinger. You know what I mean? That's all that changed that game. And I know that's standard baseball. I'm not going to make it it's just one run. But I'm just saying, it wasn't this impressive offensive showing from Team USA. In fact, the Dominican Republic had far more opportunities to score that they squandered, which is really the tale of that game, the way that USA was able to get out of jams with one out, multiple runners on base, runners in scoring position, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
The Army asked, is this the Erod Detroit had? Yeah, kind of. I'm guessing that's the end for Erod. That would be my guess. They have Bizardo. Whoa, Wilyer Abreu, it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, they're going absolutely nuts.
Wow.
I mean, this Venezuela team is just electric.
Let's go. By the way, shout out to all of the fans that filled these stadiums up for the quarterfinals and semifinals. I gave the WBC a little shit for the fact that they had a lot of open seats, but to be fair, a lot of the open seats were the really expensive seats behind home plate, and not necessarily the stands in the outfield and such, right? But these games have been packed with fans.
Mm-hmm.
How can you look at this and call this fake baseball? How can you look at this and say it doesn't matter, right? Like, it means everything to these players, man. It means
it means a lot to the Venezuela team. That's for damn sure.
God, I mean, and we talked about this a long time ago before this tournament even started, but we said how much this would mean to Venezuela as a country who's just going through so much right now.
No doubt.
Right? Like, just for this to be a moment of pride for them, winning their first World Baseball Classic, this is their first appearance in the championship game.
And they got a good squad, man.
They really do.
And they have for a long time. I mean, like, listen, like, Altuve's at home. You know, like, he's watching the game.
No kidding.
2 nights ago or whatever.
And to be fair, Altuve and Edwin Diaz are a big reason why a lot of guys weren't able to participate this year anyway, because of the insurance. You know?
Gabby.
And it's not their fault, by the way. It's also not their fault. They just got injured. They didn't, you know what I mean? Like, the true villains in the story is the insurance provider. As it always is.
I thought Edwin Diaz did play.
No. He did this year. I'm saying his injury is a big reason why. His injury in the last WBC was a big reason why. Him and Altuve. Those two injuries were a big reason why that the insurance provider decided to change a bunch of the stipulations that could prevent guys from being injured. Oh, and Ernesto makes a great point. Chase Field should be ready to go once the WBC comes back around. And based on the time of the year and the fact that it's in close building, they're going to bring it back. They're bringing it back. Katie makes a great point. Do we think Erod doing well here will benefit the Dbacks and gaining fans? I don't think it will hurt. I think from the perspective of Eduardo Rodriguez himself, I think he may have endeared himself to a lot of fans that don't know him otherwise. Right? Fair to say that there's a lot of people that might become fans of Erod in this particular game, and thus if you're rooting for Erod, you're going to be rooting for the Dbacks in 2026.
Very true. They say Miguel Cabrera is 13th all-time in hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. That's a good statistic.
3,174. I gave Nolan McLean a lot of crap, but he was good. I mean, to be fair, the offense for Team USA should definitely be doing more than they're doing. But give credit where credit is due, because we would be roasting Erod if he would have given up 5 runs or whatever, right? So let's put a little respect on his name. That this is not just because Team USA is doing poorly offensively, but Erod's pitching pretty well.
This is something that I just have to bring up every time I think about it, because it makes me so mad, Derek. But Hank Aaron having 1 MVP is the biggest atrocity in the history of the sport. 3rd in hits, 1st in RBI, 2nd in home runs. Yeah. 1 MVP?
Yeah.
1 MVP.
Yeah.
Racism in real time. I mean, in the 60s? Are you kidding me? This guy was unbelievable. Putting up 8.5 WAR seasons and not winning MVP. I mean, it's a joke. 9.5 WAR season, finished 8th in MVP voting. 8. Derek, 9.5 WAR. You know, OPS plus.
They have WAR back then. I mean,
OPS plus of 163.
Maybe if they would have WAR back then, maybe then they wouldn't be so stupid. I doubt it.
It's just a disaster. Cabrera, I want to say, I'm trying to think of people in my lifetime, best hitters I've ever seen. I want to say the people that come to mind are Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, and A-Rod. Is there anyone I'm forgetting there? Last like 25 years. I'm 26. But
The rest of us is Pujols.
yeah, I think Pujols for me might be number one. I guess Trout. Yeah, Trout, and then obviously Ohtani. But it's kind of what Ohtani does from both sides that makes him special.
Candace is here. Now it's a party.
But Ohtani should be in jail, so asterisks. Damn. Good stretch by Harper.
Yeah.
This game's kind of flying, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what have we've been? It did not start right at 5. I think it started right about
5:20.
Yeah.
That's when we went live.
Yeah,
We've been live an hour.
We are an hour in, and already through. Is that the top of the right now?
Yeah.
Did you hear me? I said Candace is here now. Party, say hello, Candace.
Hello, Candace. I apologize. That's rude of me. That's rude of me to not say hello to our guests.
So the Suns game is just coming back in the second half. Really interesting to see what finishes first. The Suns game.
Yes, it will.
Apparently, the Suns are going to kick us out of the studio, so there's also that as well.
Yes. Where is that?
We established we established who the villain of the WBC was, but I think we just established the villain of PHNX.
The PHNX Suns
Yeah,
crew?
it's the Suns crew. Actually, we all know it's Mo and Johnny. So that's factual. I hate people that don't know ball needing to ask silly questions. Someone on our video of the Diamondbacks having all of the player jerseys now in stock responded with, "They didn't before." No, they very much didn't before.
No, they did not have Ryan Thompson, Kevin Ginkel, Pavin Smith, Carlos Santana, Nolan Arenado. I mean, they might have had an Arenado jersey, to be fair. But yeah, there certainly is a lot more options from a player standpoint. Last year, let's put this in perspective. Last year, they did not have Geraldo Perdomo.
They did not have Geraldo Perdomo
available, just ready to go off the shelves. You, of course, could get it customized for the exact same amount of money that it costs to get the player jersey. So it wasn't that big of a deal. It just took a little bit of extra time. I know it because I went through the entire process because, of course, I had to buy a Perdomo jersey last year.
I had to do that for my friend Rock, our buddy that I do Dbacks After Dark with. His sister Monica wanted a Christian Walker jersey, and we had to have it custom made for her in order to get it.
Which is crazy. Christian Walker was a staple of the franchise for 4 or 5 seasons. How are you not selling his jerseys in the team shop?
So just to put this out there, they have Eduardo Rodriguez's jersey in the team shop. Like he said, they have Kevin Ginkel, they have Ryan Thompson. I've been asking for this for so long. I wanted just the jerseys. Forget the actual jerseys.
Which they do have those options as well. But they have Gurriel, like they have everybody. It seems like they don't have Lawler. Yeah, that's honestly a good.
Yeah, that's a good point. They didn't have Lawler,
and they didn't have Gallen. I noticed the big omission from the players that they had available was Zach Gallen because clearly no one really thought Zach Gallen was going to be making his return, including the powers that be at Fanatics. But yeah, Lawler was interesting. I just pull up with a Waldschmidt before he's even on the team, and people are like, "What's happening?"
Yeah,
and they're like, "Did he give you that?" And you're like, "No,
I bought this.
Yeah, I got it ready to go."
Candace says, "Is it just my feed, or is anyone else's audio acting weird?" Oh no, we're back to this. Hopefully, it's just your feed, Candace. We had audio
Oh,
issues.
Katie said it's weird.
Oh no.
Chat, we failed.
Eduardo Jose Rodriguez Hernandez.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, that seems unnecessary. What an outing.
Really was a fantastic outing.
That's off to him, man. Gave this team a chance to win. Now it's up to the bullpen.
Miguel Cabrera is actually 16th all time on the hits list. Damn, you're 6th? Crazy.
Final line for you, Rod. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 4K. Is that good? Seems good.
Fantastic. Him. Eric Hughes, 14th on the all-time hit list.
Nap LaJoy?
Nap LaJoy.
From the Cincinnati Nap?
He was born on September 5th, 1874, old Nap LaJoy. Nap LaJoy here at the plate.
They named the team after him for a brief period of time because he was so good.
Actually?
They were the
That's
Naps.
a fact?
That is a fact.
He started off playing for the Phillies.
Yeah, it was the Cleveland.
In 96, and of course that's 1896.
Like 1912. Cleveland Naps. I'm not even joking. They literally named the team off him because the dude was so good. Is that the wildest thing you've ever seen in your life?
The glaze is out of control. The glaze is out of control.
Can you imagine the announcement that they were going to make? Hey, this year we're going to be the Naps because, well, you all know why.
So it turns out, Derek, they were the Napoleons. But then they became the Naps.
Yeah.
After he had been on the team for 4 seasons.
Right.
And was like the best player on the team. So I'm wondering if they were like, maybe we should just go to what his name is and just call it a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look it up here. Unreal. The glaze is completely out of control.
It's kind of wild.
Damn, that was the Indians, huh? Same organization.
Yep.
03 to 14. They should have just been the Spiders, man.
We were going to be the Scorpions, the Diamondbacks, and Jerry Colangelo thought that it was scary to be a Scorpion.
I like Diamondbacks.
Didn't want to have anything to do.
I know you were not a fan of it as a snot-nosed.
I told you
kid,
as a teenage kid who immediately.
God, I bet you were the worst. Still.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. You know what? What does he know? He doesn't know anything. Diamondbacks is like maybe the most unique mascot in all of major sports. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's very oddly specific.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, with all the tigers and bears and stuff.
Kraken probably up there,
yeah.
But like I feel like now that they've done that, the mythical and now the mammoth and like the mythical creatures and like ancient, we're starting to get into that bag a little bit more. So it's not as unique as it once was. Guardians, Commanders, worst name ever.
Kraken is still one of the best.
Kraken's good. It's just not as unique as it was now that like Mammoth was a thing and they were going to do the Yeti before they could do the before they realized that the Avalanche had the Yeti foot logo, so they actually can't do Yeti.
No, it was the freaking Yeti company.
Oh, was it?
Yeti, like Yeti coolers and tumblers.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, no, we're good on that. You guys need to find something else. The name Utah Yeti would have gone so hard. That's just the name that it needed. The mascot logo could have been incredible. There's so much there. That's true.
Yeah, he was player manager.
Nap LaJoy.
Yeah. One reporter referred to the team as the napkins because they fold up so easily. Bro was cooking back in 1914. Dude, I'm not kidding. Like when you go to like journalism school, you learn the history of like sports writers. They actually wore like just like it's full like Gunna with the pen on fire writing on the parchment paper. Like they were cooking back in the day. The Four Horsemen story, like very famous Notre Dame Four Horsemen thing, like pretty sick. They had Shoeless Joe Jackson on the maps with LaJoy. Unreal. Wow. Wow.
Lizardo gets through it.
Yeah, everything about Utah sucks, Alex. No offense to any Utah people here in the chat.
But all the offense. If you're from Utah and you're in the chat, get out.
I actually think that your state probably is pretty beautiful
from
a nature standpoint.
My aunt used to live there when I was 10, 11 years old. I went there one time.
What about the freak show people thing? Don't take any offense to that, guys. I mean it lovingly.
I know that not everybody that lives in Sun City is a bad person. Some people are just retirees that want to live in Sun City. But you have to admit that when you have a town that actively prevents children from living in it, there has to be some bad people that are a part of that town, right? Like,
yeah.
You know,
Jeremy, off to the gym. Have a go on, brother. Send me your splits. Trying to get back into it.
Give me your splits.
Send me your splits. Yeah. Hit me with your splits.
Candace says it's St. Patty's Day. I need more excitement from you too. All right, Candace. Well, I've been enjoying this Guinness, and Damon's been upset with me because he can't enjoy Guinness based on his own self-imposed regulations.
I have kind of a thing I got going on right now where I've already made it 26 years without ever tasting what a Guinness tastes like, and I feel like at this point I might as well wait until I go to Ireland for the first time and try it at the Guinness factory.
All three of these doors. Why are you in a hockey jersey?
They definitely handed those guys those jerseys before that shot.
Oh, God.
There's no way all three of them showed up in different Team USA sports jerseys that were all the most recent version of each jersey.
In
the cleanest, nicest. Yeah, like, and one of them didn't even look like it fit the guy all that great on the far right. The dude on the far right, the soccer jersey. I think it was like a size too big. They definitely were like, everybody put one of these on and dance for the camera.
This is WWE too. WWE does the same thing. Trot some players down and put them in the front row and have them hold the belt, and then those players are there for 5 whole minutes.
The Penguins are here that often.
Yeah, they're the only multiple-time winner, and they've won 3 times.
Wow. We kind of get owned in the BC.
Yeah.
In the Classic.
Yep. You're not wrong, sir. But also, it's kind of wild because when you think about it, it almost directly correlates with the interest in Japanese superstars coming over here to MLB. And to be fair, their success. Like, these guys are coming over from Japan and killing it here. Like they're becoming superstars.
The great players in Japan are elite, obviously.
Yeah.
We'll see how like Murakami.
Munetaka Murakami, the
and
plumber. The plumber. The super Murakami brothers. Like, come on, bro. Like that guy. I love him already. And don't even get me started on Tatsuya Mai. That guy is.
He might be electric.
Mitch Keller.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it correlates to how much you care about the tournament. No, like you look at all of the years that Japan's won it, because it means everything to Japan.
Right, and they're sending literally their most elite.
And
you could say Japan is a big reason why other countries had to step up and send all stars instead of just sending caliber of talent that was going out there.
Because they probably weren't sending Japan maybe not sending like all their MLB players, but like the level of their players that are below their MLB players are still really good enough to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, backwards guy.
I mean, the 2017 roster that won for Team USA had Nolan Arenado, Alex Bregman, Goldie. You had Eric Hosmer. You had Adam Jones. You had Ian Kinsler, who was big in that. Like Andrew McCutcheon. Like this was a good team.
The team that won?
Yeah.
Ian Kinsler, two-time legend. Yeah. He was going to go to ASU. We don't talk about that. Got dropped out of high school.
18 Major League All-Stars, 2 most valuable players, and 9 Gold Glove recipients on that team. So again, like you definitely, got to credit Japan for increasing the level of competition. Also, it ended up being better for Japan in every way, right? Like their players get this national exposure, they become superstars internationally. Yeah, I guess maybe Japan loses their stars to baseball, so that's not ideal if you're a fan of those teams. So, are we in the 7th inning now? Or are we just in the bottom of?
Yeah, I think we are.
No, we're in the bottom of the 6th.
Okay, we're flying.
My goodness.
What's this Suns game? They're at the end of the 3rd quarter.
If we get some more elite pitching in this baseball game, we're going to beat them.
You think?
How are they doing?
It's almost a tie game. Book has 20. These BYU shoes. Oh wow, Anthony Edwards is not playing. I think. All right, no, that's just on the court. Wait, no, he isn't playing. Come on, Suns. We got it. We got it, gents.
Got the PCA pinch hit appearance. Ryan wants to know more about the snacks.
All I have is chocolate almond.
Yeah, we did a bad job once again of planning out our food situation. And this is the second. I mean, we got to get this shit figured out before the regular season.
Yeah.
No chocolate almonds? All right. I think all we wanted was Eduardo Rodriguez to not embarrass us tonight.
Yep.
And boy, he did quite the opposite. I mean, I'm very encouraged by this. And again, maybe it's just about Erod being able to figure out a way to do this night in, night out, not just doing it against the best teams. Like I said, a 5-game stretch he had last year where he literally just was electric against the best teams in baseball was, it still sticks out in my mind. And it's, like we said entirely too many times, it still comes down to good players can be good for short stints in baseball. It really has to come down to how consistent can you be. And that's what determines that you're great.
You want to go ahead and move this thing over to the next studio at the end of this inning? Get the better audio in there?
Yeah, let's do that. Since we're having some muffling issues, let's do that. But I'm still looking.
We'll still be on this stream, chat, so don't worry. You guys don't have to go anywhere. We're just gonna switch things on over at the end of this inning. So no one leave. Everyone hang out.
Yeah.
Everyone calm down.
Everybody relax. Okay? Relax. All right. So this was his June stretch. I guess this probably wasn't the one I was thinking of, but Cincinnati, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Seattle, 6 1/3, 2 earned runs. Toronto, 4 2/3, 1 earned run. White Sox, 6 innings, 0 earned runs. Miami, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run. And then I think he had another stretch here where he did it like here against the Dodgers, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs allowed. Boston, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run allowed. 6 1/3 against the Giants, 0 earned runs. And then the very next game against the Giants, 5 innings, 5 runs. Then he played the Phillies, 6 innings, 0 earned runs. Right? And that's kind of how he wrapped up his season. I mean, he did have a bad start against the Padres, but you started to see him really start to put things together over stretches last year and have consecutive outings that he gave this team.
He's been a good pitcher in the past. He just hasn't been a good pitcher in Arizona.
But then you just look at 5.02 ERA. And now we got something cooking.
And here comes Aaron Judge.
Yes, sir. Huge at that. Which means he's going to pop out. Right? He's going to pop up.
Poor Aaron Judge, man. I mean, I guess he's, has hundreds of millions of dollars.
I was going to say literally not poor.
Is the king of
Aaron
New York.
Judge. Yeah, no. I mean, he's actually
literally might be
Aaron
the
Judge.
single most famous person in New York when you factor in how tall he is and how easily recognizable he probably is among people in
very
that city.
Unique looking individual.
You
very
see him,
handsome.
you're like, that's fucking Aaron Judge.
Oh,
you see that guy? It's Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
He's 6'8".
Yeah. In a city where even the most famous person can just kind of get lost in the crowd.
My favorite podcast. They're friends with Shane Gillis, and he was doing a set in New York, and Rizzo is friends with Gillis too. So, but Rizzo brought Judge with him, and so they were just chilling in the green room, and Aaron Judge was just with them, just hanging out, and they were they took a pic where it was all of them with just Judge and Rizzo and all the boys on the podcast and Gillis. It was crazy. In New York. 2-0 count.
Yeah, you just put them on at this point?
Clearly not. That was a pretty good pitch to hit. Yeah. Man, Judge, another big Judge AB. Yikes.
You'll get one more. Get one more. Well, yes, is coming in for the United States. All right. Do we want to go ahead and switch studios now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and switch studios. You guys stay on this stream. We'll be back in like 15 minutes here. Now less audio.
Now featuring less audio issues. All right. Well, we got another base runner here for Venezuela. Up 2-0. Who's pitching right now? Best. Will Best is pitching. Ooh, that was close. That was close. All right, let's see. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I know. There's something absolutely ridiculous. Was that a hit? Is that a? Oh, that's got. Is that foul? Is that in? Oof. All right. Glad the sound is better, and I never want to go into Studio A ever again as long as I live. That's the way. That's the way I see it. All right. Well, welcome into our 100th minute of watching the World Baseball Classic. If you were just now joining us, you missed a lot of audio issues. You missed me spilling Guinness on my lap, and some fun times. But we are here with Venezuela having a 2-run lead, 2-0. Eduardo Rodriguez outstanding in this game. Exactly what you wanted to see out of him, man. 1 1/3 innings pitch, 1 hit allowed, no earned runs, 1 walk, 4K. And we have Salvi Perez flying out to Aaron Judge to end the top half of the 7th. And now Damon is back. Damon's never been more back. Damon, you need to get on screen. People don't want to just see me here doing this by myself. I had an odd experience this week where I was doing a particular exercise, and what are you doing? Oh, I think I have upper forearm tightness, Damon, which isn't good, right? And I'm realizing that a lot of the pain is coming from gripping stuff and not necessarily doing this with my arm. So I kind of feel like some of the Diamondbacks. Geraldo Perdomo's biggest fan, still debatable, is here. Says Venezuela, who he's rooting for Erod, and of course for Gino. We know it's Gino. There he is. We're wearing 4 different shades of green between the 2 of us. So you cannot say that we are not ready for St. Patty's Day. So Damon still has not had a beer because Damon will not drink a Guinness until he arrives in Ireland, has a guy named Guinness pour it into his face personally. See, the chat just says it sounds bad again, and I am 100% convinced now that none of this is our fault, and this has to all be StreamYard.
It sounds bad again.
And Ryoma says ditto.
That's insane.
Well, they were very excited when we got in here because Katie said amazing audio, and Chris said, "Oh my God, it sounds way better."
Is it just because my mic?
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna blame StreamYard for this one, and I hate StreamYard. We got Angel Zerpa coming in here for Venezuela. We got Kyle Schwarber at the dish. That was a good pitch right there. That was a good pitch. It's going to be interesting here late because what we have now, right? We're essentially, if the United States doesn't get men on base, you're going to have pretty much everybody getting one more at bat throughout the end of the game. Schwarber might get another at bat if someone gets on, based on where they're at right now, right? But it's going to be interesting to see if these guys start feeling the pressure or if anybody steps up here late or what happens with this all-star lineup. I think strikes out. I think some of the problems with an all-star lineup is like when you are an all-star on your team, you feel the pressure and you step up in the moment. But like I feel like this team, it's too easy that you feel like the next guy could do it. So maybe you don't try to make contact or just get on base. Maybe you try to tie it up single-handedly, knowing that you can hand it off to the next guy and he might get it done, right? But I don't know. Now I'm just talking to myself, basically. So I can't see Damon in his face anymore.
As you often do.
I know.
Derek rambles like a crazy man.
I mean, to be fair, Damon ignores me mid-show and starts looking at the U of A Wildcat stuff while we're talking baseball.
Every time.
Exactly.
Gambling.
Okay.
Bets. Gotta get my slate in for the day.
Yeah. Ryan blames Judge for the technical difficulties, and I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Derek, what is your response to Mr_Queso_man who responds to me with my delete this for the BYU books? It says, Utah could use another Arizona franchise. 2 NBA teams would be cool.
Let's go. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Let's kill them.
Get your stuff. Let's go. People from Utah making jokes about stealing our sports teams.
It feels bad. It doesn't feel good.
It does not feel good.
It's like you can't be getting big dogged by Utah, man. You know?
Utah. Ball State.
I know.
Attendance tonight for this game, 36,190. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, does USA go start panicking a little bit after this inning, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, 2 hits the entire game.
Yeah, your lineup's got nothing. Nothing.
And you're turning to a PCA here. So I think that's the right move, but I don't know. I still feel like it's going to be these guys at the bottom of the lineup to get it done if anybody gets it done.
You did make the big dance, Chris, but as we said with Bobby Hurley, keeping the same standard, you got to win your first 4 games to really truly be in the dance. You can't just lose in the field of 68 game and then you're like, yep, that was a tournament appearance. Like you gotta play real tournament games. Great season though for Molly Miller.
BB Nitro has a good point. He says, I'm just not convinced Team USA honestly cares if they win or lose. There's that. And then Chris Talk Sports brings up Joe Davis being very disrespectful to Venezuela, saying, sometimes bad teams beat good teams, and this time it's magnified. And it's like, is Team Venezuela a bad team?
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Actually, a pretty damn good team by comparison to some of the other teams in WBC. Like, I would argue that Team Italy was kind of a bad team that did far better than anyone expected and deserves the praise that they got. But that was probably a case of a bad team beating a good team there. You also had that incident though where Mark DeRosa thought that Team USA had already advanced. And I don't care what Mark DeRosa says afterwards, but we all know that he thought that team advanced. So, that loss to Italy, who knows what it would have been if they understood the assignment a bit better. But I don't think this Venezuelan team is a bad team. I think they have a really solid starting lineup. You got superstar power. You have a 3-time batting champion, 2-time batting champion, 3-time batting champion, Luis Arias.
2-time, I think.
2-time. No, he's won it in the AL and the NL. Yeah, Ernesto's right. A bad team is Brazil.
Yeah, or even Great Britain, even though they have a couple decent players, like not a good team. I mean, how bad did he not see that pitch?
Yeah.
Will Smith just got hit by the pitch and swung at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm starting to think this whole framing mumbo jumbo might be just a made up sham. And he's getting Dodger calls.
He doesn't seem to know the strike zone very well, that's for sure.
I mean, man.
It did hit him. It hit him in the hip.
Embarrassing. That's like the MLB equivalent of like getting your ankles taken from you in the NBA.
A little bit.
No, it actually is. Like if there's like a curveball that you think is going to hit you and it ends up being a strike, that's the other one that's like extremely embarrassing. Wow. Should we make the thumbnail title, Derek? Choke job.
Mm-hmm.
Team USA chokes away the WBC title. Put Aaron Judge throwing up on the.
Let's cook something up. I mean, Erod's got to stay on there, 100%.
Yeah, Erod for sure.
Do we want to throw Willie or Abreu on there?
No, I think we put a USA player on there.
Oh. A bunch of bums.
I mean, that's kind of, we're trying to elicit emotion here, Derek. There's not a, I don't know if the Venezuelans are tuning into the PHNX Dbacks podcast.
They're going to tonight. They're going to tonight. They're going to become the biggest fans of this podcast we've ever had. Let's see. The 2 hits are Bryce Trang and Bryce Harper. You want to throw Bryce Harper on there? Or do you want to put Aaron Judge on there?
I'll do Bryce Harper just to switch it up from what the watch-along thumbnail was.
Perfect.
They show was that Duran or Alec in the video making the diving catch in the Mexico jersey?
It looked like Alec. It very much looked like Alec. I thought that the first time I saw the commercial. Chat, let us know what you think. Oh, Ryan says we should go with runner-ups. Venezuela ate hot dogs tonight. I don't hate that. Well, inevitably, once we start planning this show one way, it's going to turn on us, I'm sure, and the other way. That's how things go.
Man, Erod MVP? Erod King Snake? Erod, for the love of God, can you please pitch like that? I'm begging you, brother.
I got Venezuela defeats USA in World Baseball Classic Championship, earns first gold medal. Or we could just leave it without that last part. Welcome in, folks. This is how Damon and I make the sausage here. Round that says my kid calls Cheerio the Cheerio guy. That's solid. And Ryan points out that I believed in Erod when no one would. Goddamn right. You're goddamn right. I felt like it was eventually going to pay off. Let's hope 2026 is the season that it finally does.
Now or never.
You ain't wrong about that, brother. Chris wants to know how the food was today, Damon. Boy.
Solid stuff.
Great stuff.
Pastrami sandwich? I could use another one of those right about now.
Someone early, Ryan asked, what new Taste of Chase has the potential to be an everyday play at the ballpark? Definitely the pastrami sandwich. Because they're making it as a 50-50 with a chicken parm sandwich, so it's going to be the giant thing. And then they're also going to just have a pastrami sandwich. It's pastrami sandwich is based on that in Los Angeles, which is a fast food place, kind of fast sandwich shop. And they're primarily known for serving pastrami sandwiches that they dip in like au jus, and they have like a mustard sauce and pickles on it. It's real simple, but it's really, really good. The pastrami, to be fair, was some of the best pastrami I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, it was really, really good. Right? Am I exaggerating a bit?
It was very good.
Like for being such a plain sandwich, it was incredible. Another thing I think that could be an everyday play is the burrito bowls that they have. Just because I like burrito bowls, I like getting something that has
that was solid.
Yeah, a little bit of like it's a little filling. You know, very similar to the Chipotle bowls. They had like a chicken tinga taco one. They had something that we didn't even get to try. Plus, they had like plant-based options.
They had a chimichurri steak quesadilla that I didn't get to try.
Don't even get me started on that. Or the chicken parmesan grilled cheese sandwich, Damon.
Oh man.
I blame Chef Tilder for taking so long to talk about
it. Maybe we blame Chef Tilder until he comes in studio and brings stuff with him.
Yeah, brings us some treats.
Yeah. And then we say, you know what? We had you pegged wrong, brother.
This whole time.
Yeah.
Chief Crazy Buffalo says, glad to see Erod ball. Absolutely great to see. Title or Eroded like Eroded since that's what the USA offense did. Yeah, they didn't do much, for sure.
Erod ball, man. Can you believe it?
I honestly cannot. I'm still kind of floored by it. I can't help but wonder what's going on right now in Team USA's dugout. I feel like things have to be getting very tense.
Bryce is telling them, fellas, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's not the Olympics.
It's not the Olympics. Fellas, don't sweat it.
Let's see. I don't hate runners up. I don't hate that. But I also don't hate the idea of putting Erod in the thumbnail a little bit there, Damon, either.
I got it. I'm cooking something up over here. Personally, I think it should be something about like
Team USA blowing it.
Yeah.
Goliath defeated.
Wow. This is nuts. They can't touch any of these Venezuela pitchers.
Yeah. This really is it. You got PCA, and then the top of the lineup rolls back around. I think, honestly, probably a big part of it is the number of pitchers that Venezuela's used tonight. Like, I mean, it's not really much different than any other game, right? But you got Erod shoving, and then no guy goes longer than an inning. So none of these guys are getting a chance to see any one of these pitchers twice anymore. They maybe got, they got to see Erod twice. But even then, not everybody got to see, Erod twice. I don't imagine. Maybe they did. 4 in the 3rd inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. That's an out. All right, well, we're back up to the top of the USA's lineup. So you got Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber all have at-bats left.
Wow.
As far as you are concerned, those are the guys that you want to have at-bats.
That's how it was last WBC too, wasn't it? Where it was like Mike Trout and he ended up being like one of the final outs there to Ohtani. Yeah, crazy how that's worked out.
This is wild. Wait, no. I mean, they need a base runner desperately.
And you got a quick guy on too.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy can scoop.
It's the exact guy you would want on as a base runner. Dude, this is exciting. I think, again, this is all you could really, really ask for from this is for this to be this close.
Yeah. Johan Santana was like my favorite pitcher growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Dback, of course. Oh,
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Bryce Harper.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And now him being on the thumbnail feels pretty good.
Yeah, regardless of yeah, for sure. We're not changing E-Rod either, so
yeah.
I mean, we'll change the thumbnail and the title if we need to.
Wow.
432 feet, 109.4 mile per hour off the bat to center field. That just took USA's win probability from 0 up to 11.9%.
Damn.
Wow. Holy cow. Holy cow. I mean, that was honestly a terrible pitch. Like, it was a 93 mile per hour changeup, like just off of dead center, just slightly low and just slightly off dead center, but almost dead center.
Crazy.
Yeah, he served up a meatball. Damn. Everything Bryce Harper does is so tough. Like, I don't even look at that bat flip. Look at that. Hell yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
That is pretty electric. I don't like Bryce Harper very much, but
no, but he did the salute and pointed the flag. Shit.
It was cool.
That was cool.
The only like similar, I feel like, kind of experience to like hitting a home run is like scoring a goal in a soccer game, because those are the only two, or like, or I guess hockey too, where it's like it's the only thing that stops play, where everything stops and all eyes are on you, the guy who just did the thing.
Yeah.
And like you have the opportunity to like do things like that when you hit a home run, where you backflip and then you point at the flag and you do the salute. Like,
I think anything else you do in sports, right? Like, you have to give credit to teammates or other people that helped you get it done. Even if you're a running back running in for a touchdown, it was your offensive line that helped break that open for you. And also, like you said, even though that there's a momentary celebration, usually you're just moving right onto the extra point and like kind of getting off. Like, the home run and the goal and so, he struck out. Aaron Judge strikes out.
Man, Judge is not escaping the allegations. He really isn't.
Man, that's electric for Bryce Harper. That is freaking electric, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that goes hard. Yeah, Mark makes a good point. He did. He threw Judge the same pitch 3 times in the exact same spot. It was change up, all bottom, inside, bottom of the strike zone, perfectly placed pitches. Got the corner on every single one of them. Came back, battled back, gave up that home run, but he battled back. Now, how does Venezuela answer? And does this game, Damon, go into extra innings?
I think Venezuela is probably feeling not good right now.
No, I wouldn't feel good either. Mark's asking if StatCast thinks that sinker is a changeup. Oh, you're talking about the ones that he threw to Harper. Probably.
Derek, you have the account Yankee World?
Yeah.
They had a tweet that from yesterday from when it was announced that Erod was going to start or whatever, and he was like, "Team USA looking at Erod in the as the starter for Venezuela," and it's Shannon Sharp talking about the Thanksgiving food.
Oh,
where he's like, "We got the cornbread over here, we got mashed potatoes." Which is a great tweet, but then got absolutely fried by Erod in this game, which doesn't exactly bode well.
Well, I knew that one was a sinker. I knew those last two were a sinker, Mark. So I don't know. Maybe it's confused, or maybe those changeups were just very bad and very fast. 93-mile-an-hour changeup isn't a changeup. That's just it's fastball. Cutter maybe. Funny how a baseball game can be really cruising along. And don't get me wrong, this one's still cruising. We are now in the ninth inning, top of the ninth inning. Oh, man, this is electric.
Like 2 hours into the game, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, 2:10. Let's see, first pitch. I think first pitch.
But yeah, now we got the
first pitch, 8:21, so 5:21 our time.
Yep.
So yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes. And Luis Arraez walks. Is Luis Arraez their first baseman in this game or DH?
First baseman Gino's the DH.
Wild. Well, I guess Arraez isn't great defensively. They're bringing Javier Sanoa to replace Arraez as a pinch runner.
Wow.
Just seems wild to me.
I guess this is like they're going all in on this.
Maybe the thought, and maybe the thought here is that he's a better defender and will play first base. I don't know this man at all, so I couldn't tell you.
Who knows this?
Yeah.
Whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this? The second baseman for the Marlins. Well, Whitlock can't find the strike zone, seemingly. Andy Pettit's like, I'll get out there. Give me the ball.
Probably would do it.
Gino, we need a big bomb here, Gino, like we need air.
Second most home runs all time from Venezuela. Is that what they just said? After Miggy? Pretty cool. What's up, Killer Rex? On the Watchalong.
Hey! He hates the Suns.
This is the place to be.
We do too.
If you hate the Suns.
We do too. What are your thoughts on Team USA, Killer X? Mark DeRosa, bum? Can we get on the same page there? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Derek finally hates a coach.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No, here we go.
He looked out.
I think he might have slid in there.
He looked so out.
The ball got in there first for sure. That's close though. They're challenging.
They want it reviewed.
All right. All right.
All right. Let's see it. Let's see it again. Oh,
that's so close.
I don't know. He looks more safe there than he did like seeing it in the moment.
I thought he got under, but that looked very, very like at the exact same time, like simultaneous, I guess is the word for it. Wow, that is crazy. Whoa, man, that's nuts.
Oh, did his foot come up?
It might have, like, from being like kind of hit off.
Wow, what are they going to rule this? I don't want to look at me, Damon. Can we go back to the game? Safe. All stands. Oh, brother. No outs. Venezuela has a runner in scoring position. And he's fast. Did they blow it? Oh, God. All right. Espo, if you want to come in here and talk about World Baseball Classic instead of the Suns, you can. Look how exciting this is.
Yay, baseball.
Yeah, he doesn't mean that. He said it half-heartedly.
I just had to watch my fastball.
I was trying to improve your mood. We can all be Venezuelan fans right now. Venezuela? You monster. You don't believe. You don't have what I feel right now. Gino's about to hit a bomb, baby.
Did that whole Harper situation not just make you like kind of
because I believe in Gino.
USA?
We know it's Gino. Let's go. There's your winning run.
Wow.
Wow.
If anyone deserves it, that celebration is electric too. Just staring at the heavens. Just saying yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Our guy. Good vibes only, baby.
I miss you, Gino.
Yeah, we all miss you, Gino.
Like this is where I would say to Jarmy or Jack, like you don't think that that's better than the DH situation we got right now? Yeah, he's a little swing and miss. He's also Gino Suarez. He hits home runs. He hits doubles. He gets RBI.
Who's this? Andres Jimenez?
Wow. Gino.
Wow. Oof. He wanted to hit that one to the moon. Oh my goodness. This is electric. All right, Killer X. You made me laugh at that one. man, like I understand bringing in a pinch hitter for a guy that's 0-3 with 3 strikeouts, right? But you feel like Tovar's having a good night. Willie or Brady's having a good night. Like, get down to the bottom end of this. Man, this is a hell of an at-bat right here by Jimenez that's brewing. I mean, he's swung at some dumb pitches, don't get me wrong, but he's not leaving this one up to the umpires, that's for sure. He's like, where is it? Up here, over here, down here? I don't care. Foul off everything.
This is crazy, man. Gina really did the look at the heavens and just for 10 straight seconds and just scream at God. I can't believe this is my. He hit the. I can't believe this is my life. Literally.
I'm guessing they're going to pull Whitlock right now. They have to pull Whitlock. Yes? No, yeah. I knew that was coming. You saw the 3 batters you're going to see, Whitlock. You're out of here. Get the picture of Marge Simpson ready. Tyler Rogers is coming in.
Look at my go. Look at my go. See, honestly, out of all of this, I think I've just realized, I want good baseball.
This is
the Bryce Harper home run was electric. That was electric. You can't say otherwise.
No. And they still have the Contreras brothers sitting on the bench too.
That's crazy. True.
Neither one of those guys has gotten into this game yet.
That's wild.
Them Contreras boys. Oh, listen.
Yes, Derek.
Let's go. Yeah, Geraldo Perdomo's biggest fan, understandably still hung up on that Perdomo strikeout, as we all are.
Of course, brother.
What could have been? I mean, at the very least, we would have seen Fernando Tatis Jr. record the final out instead of it being Perdomo. But I don't know, man. Again, this all for me comes down to a very basic, simple thing. I just want the calls right. Everybody wants the calls right. Let's get the calls right. Let's get the calls right. Are we live right now?
Yeah, why wouldn't we be?
No, I meant not on the show. I meant
yeah. You see this right here?
Game. Yeah. Okay.
Imagine having a guy like Tyler Rogers. That'd be electric.
It really would be. It really would be. We have one of those. His name's Ryan Thompson.
Yeah, I mean, a guy with a sub-2 ERA out of the bullpen, I guess, is more what I was talking about. I don't really give a shit how you throw the baseball.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Oh. Yeah, no, Gino.
There we go, Gino.
Oh no!
Why is he sliding? Why
Right?
is he
He
sliding?
thought there was 2 outs.
Like, why are you?
None of that makes any sense.
Then run home.
None of it makes- just turn the
Turn
corner
and run home.
Oh, they're reviewing if he got back in time. Really?
Love this guy.
Oh shit!
He touched the base. What about this is not okay?
Looks like a good time to me if you're asking me.
He might have made a move forward there, but he touched the base and then started going back.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I think it does matter if he retouches because they're saying that little sidestep towards home plate counts as like he started his round towards home plate. So if you want to go back to second, you got to hit third base before you go back to second base, or else you skipped over the bag.
I guess I just never saw that. I guess, but that's probably why they're reviewing it. I'm probably right about that. So we got to talk about. We need an update here on the MLB.com game day feed, Damon, because it still shows MLB The Show 25 2 advertisements on the outfield wall. And we are in 2026, the year of our Lord.
Very true. Wow, Salvi up right now too.
Salvi,
man,
one more run would be huge right here.
Oh, it'd be everything.
Would be everything.
Probably ball game.
United States has Schwarber, Bregman, and Roman Anthony coming up in the bottom half. If you wanted drama, you got it. If you wanted excitement, you got it. That's all you want out of some game like this, right? Literally, it's going to come down to the very last hitter. Yep, there it is.
Just hit it a little bit too close to the guy. Yep. He got a good amount of the ball there. He just not enough of it.
Not making excuses for Salvi.
No, I mean I can say that from I was just saying like I could tell exactly how he hit that baseball, and he's like an he feels like right there when he's like going back to the dugout like this, Derek, like, man, I should have tagged that baseball. Like I almost got everything on it, but I just missed it.
I'm nervous. This is fun. Let's go. Best part about this, I guess not the best part, but best part really is that there was no Diamondbacks baseball today. So it allows us to fully focus on this World Baseball Classic. But that does not mean that we will not be discussing plenty of Diamondback stuff here on the postgame show, including all of our favorite stuff that we saw today from the What's New at Chase Field event, our favorite stuff we ate. And we're also going to talk about the Diamondbacks beating Reds yesterday by a score of 11-6, and some other things there, of course, more injuries. Peyton Smith left forearm tightness day-to-day. Gabriel Moreno also experiencing right forearm tightness. We're going to talk about all that. Sucks. But big body James McCann hit a home run yesterday, and that makes me feel better about everything. Also, his jersey available in the team shop. And as you can see on our social media account, that's very
Someone's excited. Someone's excited about a big body James McCann jersey.
Oh my God.
There he is.
Contreras.
Didn't see Steve out there today.
Nope. Steve knows all about all the new food and all the new stuff. He's eating it all already.
I heard our guy Chef Tilder telling Jody, "Hey, let me know what you guys want. I'll make sure I get it for you guys in the booth."
He's
So
the best.
I was like, "Wow, what a perk to have to be like, let me ask the chef of the entire stadium what I want to eat
That's the guy
on any given day."
That's the guy you want making it for you. For sure.
100%. He'll put love into it. The Roman Empire.
What people are calling it. Your co-host on the Wildcats podcast, Kevin, he spent time tonight not only shooting free throws in the background of the Suns Watchalong feed.
Hate to hear that, considering that me and him are matching up against each other in a
Yeah. But then
he
he edited a video together
of himself shooting free throws.
Yeah, to show how many he made in a row, sped it up a little bit.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, like when that bracket came out, the like just sadness, the deep sadness I felt.
Qualifying? Like I feel like qualifying should have
Well,
happened.
it's just like you're gonna weed out the Wildcats podcast to one guy now off of the jump, because I gotta play the guy who cares more about this than any single person in the office, and it's not even close. Winning the mini hoops competition is everything to Kevin Thomas. So
I mean, he's out here practice. He's staying late just to practice.
Brother, he'll practice for hours on end every day. Wow. He'll practice for hours on end. So I'm telling you, I feel like absolute garbage about my matchup against Kevin. I mean, it's the worst guy in the world you don't want to face.
He has his name on the court. You've seen that.
That's why I'm like, I get the GOAT in round one, names on the court, and I get him round one.
Yeah.
What a joke. Give me a chance.
Gunnar Henderson coming in for Alex Bregman.
Bregman hooked. Hooked plus stinker.
And this was the guy we were going to trade Ketel Marte for to have on our team? No, sir. No, sir. I'm sorry.
Careful, Killer Rex. We hear you. We hear you, brother. But careful. I wouldn't want to have to bonk you.
Killer Rex.
I wouldn't want to have to bonk you.
Killer Rex.
But I hear you.
I mean, I think you should bonk him. Send him to Horny.
No, yeah. Hashtag noticing. It's okay. Respectfully, of course. Wow. They're gonna win.
Wow. This all comes down to Roman Anthony.
They're getting the Venezuela flags out. You see the crowd too?
Yeah.
Everyone in the crowd is getting the Venezuela flags out, chat. Look at this. Oh my God. The light show is starting.
Why is the light show starting when they're still taking at bats? That was weird, right?
That's crazy. Kershaw still in the dugout. I knew I wasn't over disliking these guys. I knew it.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh,
Derek, now the second I see that guy's face, one more.
That's a strike.
Who does this guy play for? Who's Palencia?
Palencia? The Cubs. Daniel Palencia.
Was he good last year?
Nails. 2.91 ERA.
Every team but us.
Every team but us.
Every team but us has just studs.
Yeah, 2.91 ERA in 54 games. He had 22 saves, 51 strikeouts, and 1.14 whip. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Miguel Cabrera is going crazy. Like it's like he's on the team. He's a coach. Vamos! Vamos! I mean, it's screaming it at him. Erod is King Snake. Wow, he couldn't hear. That's crazy.
That's nuts. You got to be able to throw down signs in this kind of situation.
His own team. His own fans. Aaron Judge doing the tough guy nod. Like he hasn't choked in every big moment of his entire career.
There it is. Wow.
Gino with the flag.
Wow.
Straight look at the heavens from Gino.
My God, they did it. Venezuela. Oh, man.
Man, that's awesome.
That is incredible. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Erod. Erod played a huge role in this win today.
I mean, what a performance by Erod today.
Man. How did this team lose? How did that team lose? Because
Gerardo Parra is a part of Team Venezuela, and he's celebrating right there on your screen, Derek. That's why. Winners.
Brother, how did that team lose? That's still crazy to me. Because they weren't outpitched. I mean, I guess they were. They're definitely outpitched, but like this United States team should have been able to put up more than 2 runs in the semifinals and the finals. 4 runs total in those 2 games. I mean, hats off to Bryce Harper for making this one exciting, getting that home run late. But my God, look at the emotion. Look at the tears flowing. It just meant more. It just meant more to Venezuela. We've been saying that this whole tournament, that unfortunately the vibes USA gives off was not that maybe that they just thought they were so good that it was going to be a given. But, man.
Wow.
Yes, that was Gerardo Parra, by the way.
The World Baseball Classic fucking rules, man. It really does.
Yeah, this is incredible. This is incredible, man.
There's your guy, Derek.
Don't let that man manage Team USA ever again, and maybe you'll win a
Mark
championship.
DeRosa, you found yourself on the unemployment line.
I wouldn't even let him come back to the MLB network, but that's just QBMC is so right. What an awesome tournament this was, man.
It was.
Just
and last
incredible.
one was great, too.
Yeah.
The last 2 have been awesome.
Yeah.
And it felt like to the winner, and I know USA lost in both of them, but it felt like to the winner that like it meant everything to Japan and it meant everything to Venezuela.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like that's what it should feel like. It should be like the World Cup. You know what I mean? Where it's like the whole country depends upon it.
Well, apparently Bryce Harper got over this not being the Olympics there late, right?
Yeah, he did.
We can fire those jokes off still.
Well, I would be sad, but not gonna be. So if it was the Olympics, maybe I'd shed a tear or two. But
I will say that this is another beautiful part about baseball and why a tournament like this is so fun when it's single elimination, because any team truly can be the better team on any given night. It doesn't matter what last name is on the back of your jersey or how many accomplishments you've had in your career up to this point. This wasn't exactly the Czechia team either, right? So let's give credit where credit is due. This is not Brazil. This was not Czechia. This was not guys that are lawyers and have day jobs and such and are coming out here participating in this baseball tournament. I mean, Venezuela was comprised of some really good Major League Baseball players.
Now I'm gonna have to bonk my guy Killer Rex. Now it's you know what? We were noticing Now we're being bonked.
Can I agree with him before you bonk him?
No, listen.
Venezuelan women,
brother. I was agreeing with the entire time.
Let's talk about it, shall we?
I mean, Derek, you know me. I'm all in. I just, I'm just keeping the chat child friendly here.
You got to keep him in line specifically because.
Well, Killer X is a wild card. He could, it could go to the next level at any given moment.
Man, that glove flip. Where did his glove go? Did his glove ever come back down?
No, never.
Did he just throw it to space? I think Valencia threw his glove to outer space. I mean, somebody in the chat said that Gino was very, very religious, and he was going to bring it into the clubhouse, or he brought an emotional speech into the clubhouse. You hear him here in the postgame.
Dude, Gino just has the best hair of any human that might be walking the planet Earth.
It's incredible.
Look how thick that hair is.
Trust me, I'm looking. I'm jealous.
Dude, I would kill for Gino's hair.
I've grown my hair out long one time. It did not look like that, Damon. I can assure you for sure. But congrats to Team Venezuela, man. This is amazing. And I think you and I have a little work to do. Got to put together our post-game show here and talk all about this game for those that may have missed the watch along and our thoughts along the way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up here, get our stuff together, and get started on the post-game show in about 15 minutes. So, Damon, does 8:15 sound like enough time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So we're going to wrap this up. We'll see you guys back here at 8:15.
Maybe even 8:10.
Maybe even 8:10.
I don't think we need too much to get ready to go.
I do. I need to mentally prepare myself. Okay. I still have to clean the Guinness off my pants, Damon. But we got Erod here. I want to hear what he has to say before we go on, man. Erod's crying. He's emotional. Bro, come on. Look at how much this means to this man.
I mean, Gino was preaching.
I know, he was literally preaching.
Bring Johan Santana to the Dbacks pitching staff, coaching staff immediately. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did anyone hear that?
Yeah.
Johan always believes in me, and I just, I
trust him. Whatever.
I trust him. Get him home.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, great moment, man.
Great moment.
Happy for Team Venezuela.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We're gonna be talking about it on post game.
Yep. Absolutely.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in to this, and we'll see you on the post game show, Derek.
See you guys soon. Remember, kids, baseball's fun, but it's more fun when Venezuela wins the WBC.
We all silly like the mayor.